Well, if we go and tell them the big news right at the front, they're not going to want to listen to the rest of the video.
Maybe we should hold off till the end.
Maybe we should. This is Jill for today.
Yeah. And it's our signature cup of coffee for me.
And signature glass of wine for me. Cheers, my love.
Cheers.
So, as you may tell, we've not been around for a while. We did do a car talk yesterday.
I thought we were around.
We were around.
Oh.
And it's just, as I said in the video yesterday, I've been having a really hard time getting motivated, probably to do much of anything. What's that laugh about?
Nothing. Nothing.
Hey, listen.
I didn't say anything.
No, but I'll tell you what. Now, have I not been a real pal, a real buddy, magnanimous in the house cleaning?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
The director hasn't been sleeping well.
And house cleaning is what day of the week?
Saturdays.
Okay.
And the director has not been sleeping well. I've been up anywhere from midnight to 2 to 3 and not falling back to sleep. So, not feeling great during the day. And anyway, last couple of days have been better.
He took a nap on the sofa. I was doing some things in the kitchen, and I look in there, and of course, it's this man thing. He's got the remote right in his hand. He's poised. He's just sound asleep, but he's poised with the remote. And of course, when I come, what?
I said fake news.
So what normally I've been able to do is pull it out of his hand, and he usually wakes up. But this time, not only did I pull it out of, he'd been asleep for almost 3 hours. Pull it out of his hand, no big deal. Randy, I'm thinking, okay, he's dead. Randy, I must have shook you 10 times, honestly.
Okay, as long as we're telling stories. Yesterday we were watching a movie, and I looked over, her eyes are closed. I said, "Are you awake?" "Oh, yeah, I'm awake." "So you're watching?" "Yeah." And I said, "You're sleeping. We ought to shut this off and we can pick it up later." No, I'm awake." So finally, I look over there, her eyes are closed. I shut the movie off. No reaction, none. I get out of the movie and start watching something else. About half hour, 45 minutes later, she wakes up and she said, "What happened to the movie?" And I said, "Well, you were asleep, so I shut it off." So when we do go back to the movie to watch the rest of it, I say, "Have you seen this part?" "No." So I start rewinding, and I rewound for about a half hour worth of the movie before we got to a part where she'd actually seen.
Bingo!
So we both...
it's been... Well, I am kind of used to sleeping poorly.
Yes.
And you're just picking up
But
now
you've been sleeping better.
I've been doing much better, yeah. The movie, one of the movies we saw this week, which was one we hadn't seen, oh my God, I'll bet in 30, 40 years, Spartacus. Spartacus. With,
not a great film, I don't think. You liked it better than I did.
Oh my gosh, are you kidding? Now he wants, that movie was 3 hours and whatever, and they give you the ovation. It's sort of the old, 1960.
Overture, not ovation.
Oh, overture. I know that. Overture, right, at the beginning, which is about 5 minutes of just music. And then you play about an hour and a half of the movie, and then they give you a...
It was one of these old epic films.
Oh, epic. It was just huge.
A lot of dialogue, and, there was a lot of mayhem and killing
death,
and all that and warring, but
it's quite a movie.
I figured if she can sit through that, she can probably sit through Lawrence of Arabia.
So he's going to all I remember about Lawrence of Arabia, and that probably came out in 1967-ish, maybe, something like that. Would you say 67? Something like that.
I don't know.
Late 60s, probably late 60s. Sand, lots and lots of sand and camels. Really, that's all I remember about the movie. I don't
sand
remember the
and camels
plot at
go
all.
together.
And it's so funny, we were talking about,
maybe they shot it in Boise.
Sandy out there.
We'll get hate mail from Boise now.
Well, we enjoyed living in Boise.
Yeah, we did.
But now they are building so far south that they're almost in Nevada. Really.
When we went over there, we were considering moving there, and we went over there and we got out and we looked to the south, and it was literally a ocean of developments, housing developments, as far as you could see, and flat and ugly.
And the road that went out to nowhere.
Yeah.
They had a road built out to nowhere, and that nowhere was going to be homes pretty soon. So no, that's not an option.
We're glad we stayed put.
And we took a beautiful drive yesterday.
Yeah. Oh, the forests and the nurseries and the orchards and
Berry farms.
the farms all around us are just spectacular.
Everything's just, even though it's June, I think we're having it, well, I don't know whether we're having it early summer or not. Who knows anymore,
And
right?
we're right on the cusp between, the
Urban.
suburban and rural, and it's just
it's
really
beautiful.
beautiful.
And all I don't know whether that's alfalfa or hay, what the heck that stuff is, but it's all like, 2 feet high now, and the little tassels are at the top. It's just, anyway, it's just a beautiful time of year here. And
Although the rain just killed our strawberries. We have a type of strawberry called Hood, after Mount Hood, I guess.
Yeah.
And they are the best strawberries you've ever eaten in your life.
Absolutely.
They were just destroyed by the rain.
Yeah.
So the season is only like 10 days long anyway. And
they're a very fragile berry to begin with. They're very fragile. And if you've never had a Hood strawberry, and many of you probably haven't if you don't live in the Oregon area, well, they're the best strawberries in the entire
world. They're like Jill for today. They're very fragile.
Oh, you're so sweet. I am fragile. I've been having a few fragile meltdowns.
A few meltdowns lately, yeah.
I did some bread last week, and it was kind of a fail.
I didn't think it was a fail. I'm still eating it. So.
I mean, it was good, but it wasn't what I wanted.
Yeah.
So I did some bread last week, and we're coming into a real hot spell. I don't know whether I'll be baking this week or not. Maybe really. Heck, I get up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'll bake bread, just like the bakers do.
And then I'll get up an hour later and eat it.
Yeah, that's it. And then I made a French onion soup.
It was.
Oh my gosh, epic.
It was very.
It's a Julia Child recipe, and I will make it again because I said to him, that was a recipe I haven't made probably in 40 years, 35 years, whatever. And I pulled out that recipe and I made it, and it is just, she's so spot on that recipe. And I said, would you eat this again? And he says, yeah. So I'll make it again, and I'll do it on camera. I was rusty, and I've been unmotivated to get the camera set up and all that stuff. So I'm kind of getting back into the spirit of things. And we have some big news. Big. Get out your camera and take pictures of this because this is big. Go ahead.
We went into stores today for the first time since early February. Yeah. We've been having all our food delivered or go out and pick up, at one of these no contact stores where you will pre-order and they bring everything out to you. Well, this morning we braved the senior hours at both Trader Joe's and Costco. And it was truly wonderful experience.
Well, we got to Trader Joe's was our first stop, and we got to the door, and I told him, I said, we haven't been in a store since February, and we don't know what to do. We understand it's a whole new world out here. He was so nice, and he says, well, first of all, we nuke your handlebar.
He went on for about 3 days, and by then senior hour was over.
No, he didn't. But he says, we take care of the handlebar on your cart. There are spots everywhere in case you get overwhelmed with people, and there's things to check. He went through a little process with us. He tried to take one of our reusable bags in, and they said no reusable bags.
No reusable bags.
So it was to have that senior hour, and really it was so quiet in there, and we were able to get what we wanted and get out of there very quickly.
Except for the major mistake that the director made.
No.
We're surrounded. You would not believe the number of hazelnut farms in the area, and they're planting more every day. And yet, if you stop at one of these farm stores or little stands along, they charge an arm and a leg for Oregon hazelnuts.
It's terrible.
Now, we tried the Turkish hazelnuts. They're
awful.
They're awful. They're not nearly as good as the Oregon.
To our Turkish friends, we do not mean to insult you.
You can buy a pound of Oregon hazelnuts at Trader Joe's for $6.99. They're delicious. Well, $6.99. We hadn't been in there a while. I picked up 3 pounds of it. However, we always buy the dry roasted.
I'm not mad about it.
And this morning, I saw hazelnuts. I grabbed them. They were raw. So now we have to roast our own hazelnuts.
That's okay.
Yeah, I know, but
it's okay.
It was disappointing.
That's all right.
But anyway, the store experience was great. People are respecting the social distancing. Everybody's wearing a mask. And that was true at Costco.
Yeah, well, the masks are required.
Yeah, but it was, they were both very positive.
People stayed out of each other's way, yeah.
And I'm wearing my old prescription glasses, which had the nose piece falling off, and I was able to glue it. And today, while I was in Costco, they were nice enough to replace the nose pieces for me, even though I didn't buy the glasses there and didn't charge me. And unfortunately, my current prescription, the glasses are broken and they couldn't fix them, and the frame isn't available anymore. So I'm going to try and glue those too and see how that goes.
Well, it was a first of all, I mean, to go into a store after all these things have changed in stores, it's it's kind of overwhelming. I was nervous, but and we will go do it again. We will,
because it saves you money.
Oh my goodness!
I think Costco, if you have it delivered, it costs more just for the process of picking it.
The product is more expensive.
The product is more expensive, as well as you don't have to tip, but it's nice to tip the driver. So
I just love
anyway,
them.
we'll save some money by going again, and the senior hours are great. And again, everybody's wearing a mask, everybody's observing social distancing. So.
Well, the other thing too is, I mean, they have. I have to say that I think every order, except for a few exceptions, we've gotten exactly what we wanted. The product, as far as the freshness and whatever, has been always very, very good. So and I'll tell you, if I had to only order online for the rest of my life, I would feel okay about it. But you get into the store and there's a lot more selection. You don't have to worry about, well, I only have. I mean, it's just, well, anyway.
What's weird about Costco delivery though is some days, if you want to order wine,
yes,
you can get as much as you want. Other days they limit the quantity, pardon me. And the last time we ordered, we got a message they don't deliver alcohol to this
zip code
at all, so we couldn't get any wine. So
we got wine today, baby.
And with Jill for a day, you better have wine in the house.
Every day is wine day at the Jill for Today house. So that is
she's whining all the time. So.
That's like our big news. I had a dental appointment yesterday.
Oh yeah, that was big too.
And I had to have my, I'm periodontal, and I had to have my teeth cleaned.
I'm paranormal. So.
Yeah, that's the truth. And again, it was like, first of all, they spaced the appointments out quite a bit. So, it used to be you'd go into the waiting room, my God, the whole town is there. No, I think there were two other people. Honestly, I think there were two other people in the waiting room. And it's a big waiting room. And I had a temperature taken when I walked in the door downstairs. And then before I went into the dental office, they took my temperature again. And my dentist, or my hygienist, he had the mask, he had the shield, he was wrapped in a surgical gown, he nukes absolutely everything. In fact, I tested him. I was getting ready to put my purse on. They always give you little coat hooks in there. I said, "Did you clean this? Do you clean this?" Because I wasn't going to hang my purse on it. He said, "Yeah, we clean everything."
Well, I forgot to tell you, that was
good.
Something at Costco as well.
What's that, hon?
I went to hand the person behind the optical counter my glasses. She says, "Don't put them there." We walked over, and she was behind a screen, and you slide your glasses through onto a fresh towel or something, at which point she nukes them. But before she'd even wait on me,
I didn't know this.
She asked me 4 different questions about COVID-19, and she took my temperature.
No kidding?
Yeah.
With the thingy?
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't tell me anything. How exciting.
Yes. I was near dead, 95.3. So. Anyway, yeah, that was interesting.
Yeah, very much so. Anyway, so that was kind of an interesting experience, and we were. Can you imagine us? We're like a couple of kids the first time we get to go to a bar.
It's probably old hat to you folks, but for us, it was a new experience. It's been almost 4 months since we've been out.
Yeah, except for our drives.
Yeah,
or to pick groceries up in the back.
4 months since we've been in a store.
God.
So
yeah. Did you hear what I said? It's like our first time at a bar. When you turn 21, and you're all excited about going to a bar. That's how it felt going to Costco.
I've been going to bars long before I was 21, so.
Okay, well, that's kind of like the big stuff.
Yep.
I don't think there's really much more to talk about.
No.
Anything on your brain?
No.
It's going to be very hot here for the next few days.
Yeah, we're 95 or 85 today, but it's a real feel of 91, so that's warmer than we like it, but we've been able to have dinners on the deck, which is really nice. And,
tonight we're having prawns, which I'm going to get my cast iron fry pan out and and I'm going to do that, and we're going to have some leftover. I have some fresh asparagus that we need to eat. I'm going to fix that, and some brown rice, and I've got some gorgeous blackberries in there that they are good, but we're holding for those for dinner, and a glass of wine, and that's what dinner's going to be. And tomorrow is No, Father's Day is Sunday. Is that right? What is today? Friday.
Not being a father, I'm not sure.
I think it's Sunday. It is Sunday. And I'm going to do, I don't know what I'm going to do. Oh, I'm going to do peppers and sausages on French bread. Sausage and peppers. I guess I could do that I could do that online. I mean, on camera.
Yeah.
I could.
You still have product reviews to do, too.
Those darn product reviews.
Because people are going to ask for their products back.
It's not that I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to. So anyway.
And just do them.
Oh, all right. God, get off my case. Well, folks, we love you so much, and we're so happy you're here with us. And this has been one of the craziest months. Everything that could possibly be going on out in the world is going on, and we all have to reset. I have to reset. He has to reset. We all have to reset, and we got to go with the flow. We have to keep our cool. We have to keep clean. We have to keep our masks on. Whatever's going on in your community, we just pray that. We'll get through this. I always say that we will get through this. Even these bizarre times that we're going through right now with protests and. And
black lives do matter, but so do white lives and red lives and brown lives and yellow lives, because we all are stuck on this one tiny globe, and we're all brothers and sisters, and we need to look out for each other, regardless of our beliefs, our color, whatever. But
unfortunately, there's a segment of our society who don't believe that, who don't get it.
Like I always say, everybody's entitled to my opinion.
No, it's true.
Yeah.
We got to hang together, people. That's all. We're all we got, right?
Right.
Yeah, we're all we got. Well, that'll all be cut out, won't it?
No, I hope not.
All right. Okay.
What? You got to love others as you would have them love you, or treat other people like you want to be treated. A wise person once said that if you want to be forgiven for your misdoings, you have to forgive others. Now, that's very hard for the director to do, but I'm trying.
He's getting softer in his older age.
And a little more forgetful.
That's okay. I'll keep remembering you.
Okay, Agnes.
All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for watching. Tell your friends, subscribe, hang in there. We're going to do some more cooking and, yeah.
And product reviews.
And product reviews. Oh, my gosh. All right, yeah?
Yeah.
Until next time. See y'all. Have a good weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Stay safe.